Frank, solid earnings. Morgan Stanley analysts put out a note saying your growth runway is only getting longer. Where is that future growth for you?
Well, look, the mobile platform is vast. It's a global platform. It's ubiquitous. It's highly accessible. Everybody has a mobile phone in their lives, and they're all game enabled. So as you look globally, there's huge markets in Asia, Africa, South America, in addition to what you see in Europe and North America, that as phones are replaced, new people come into the market, there's constantly new users coming into the gaming market. There's about 2.5 billion people playing games on their phones right now, and the number just keeps increasing every day.
Analysts mostly happy getting a few price target upgrades, and the last quarter was good, but guidance for first quarter fell a little bit short. Why is that?
It's largely a timing issue related to our advertising business. In Q4, it was a great quarter for us. We saw great seasonality in our ad network, but we also had some ad deals with our network partners that were quite favorable for that period. They've now expired, so we have this brief period of time in Q1 as we spin those deals back up again, where you'll see a little bit of lag in our advertising. In terms of our live services, they're all in great shape, and for the full year, we guided to be up double digits for the year.
So I want to talk about your active users, though. They were down 13%, daily active also down. What's going on there, and how do you reverse it?
Yeah, if you look at our DAUs, they were down about 2%. There were about 20 million DAUs per day. That was largely a function of some of our legacy games. We have some older mobile games in our portfolio that are losing users a bit. Inside of our core business, though, Merge Dragons, Empires and Puzzles, a lot of those games, the user metrics are very robust and very strong. And so that's where you see a little bit of transition from new games and legacy games.
Over the past few days here, we've obviously been talking about a number of stocks and companies that are exposed to supply chain risk on the coronavirus, but I guess Zynga might be an example of a company that's virus-proof.
Well, you know, in terms of our company's deployment and our overall reach, China doesn't represent a huge market for us yet. So from our perspective, we're in a pretty good position to be able to, continue to grow the company without a lot of supply chain risk.
On the call, you talked about the benefits of 5G. Is that just because it's faster? How do you benefit from 5G?
5G is going to be a real tailwind for growth in mobile. It's going to enable much higher performance games. They're going to be able to bring more people into a gaming experience. You'll be able to have games that are zero downloads, where you can play them right over the air and never have them install on your phone. If you're looking at an ad on Instagram, you'll be able to touch that ad and quickly be able to play the game with not having to go to the App Store. It'll also enable new forms of innovation in terms of distribution, player mechanics. The funnel of how you manage players will be a lot more efficient and strong. So as infrastructure around 5G rolls out globally over these next several years, it's going to be a huge boost for us.
As we know, my co-anchor, Paul Allen, is in Sydney. He's been covering the Asia markets for us very well here. And you came out on the earnings call and said that you have a lot of exciting games you think that can be successful in Asia. What games and where in Asia?
We've rolled out a game called Empires and Puzzles very successfully in Korea, Japan. It also has just gone live in Taiwan, Macau, and Hong Kong, and also in mainland China. It's a game that really represents the best blend of a highly accessible game, but with some really fun mechanics related to player versus player. And so we've really taken our time to test the game in the markets, and we self-published it. So we went in without partners and launched the game ourselves, and it's been a really exciting experience for us because we learned a lot about our players there, but we've also seen very good commercial success as well. Asia represents a gigantic part of the mobile business, and so from our perspective, our portfolio really lines up nicely there, and we're going to grow the business by putting more games out in Asia over these coming years.